All right, it's being called the new axis of evil as Russia's war on Ukraine enters year two. It's increasingly relying on other pariah nations for critical weapons and supplies. Just today, Russia launching a new wave of attacks on Ukraine using Iranian-made drones. Foreign correspondent Shelby Wilder had the opportunity to sit down with Andriy Yermak, head of the office of the president of Ukraine, with an update on the war.
Mr. Yermak, thank you for meeting with us. We are now 1 year into the war. How are you and how is your team doing?
1 year of heroic fightings of Ukrainians, of Ukrainian nations. We show to the world it's possible, not afraid. We have now absolutely unprovoked aggression against our independent country. Of course, the best wish and the best dream of Ukrainians is to end this war as soon as possible. For us, it's the back for the full territorial integrity of our country. The peace after this war, the end of this war will be justice. And for us, it's the most important.
This time last year, Kyiv was under attack, and in the following weeks, atrocities would be committed on the local population by Russian forces just miles from where we are sitting right now. Do you believe that Russia will be held accountable for its war crimes?
I can say that it's important not just for us. I know that many our partners, alliance, supported our idea of the international tribunal. You know, it's important questions for the future of the world, because if so big crimes, so everything which Russians done, or I can say what done by the current fascism or Russism, will be not punished, how we can be sure that it's not happened in the future? Russian officials, the leaders of the political military power in the Russia will be responsible for these crimes which brutally broken the international law, broken the statute of United Nations.
The European Union announced a new wave of sanctions against Russia this week, and that was specifically aimed at Russian officials, banks and trade. You yourself have called for tougher sanctions against Russia. Why is this necessary? And also, what should be done to ensure that those tied to the Russian war machine cannot escape international sanctions?
It's necessary to stop. If the person supported killing of civilians, killings of the women, of the children, democracy society have to be against this. I can edit one example. Our intelligence have some tapes in which Russian soldiers who was in the territory of Ukraine talking these their wives, who is in that time was or in Europe or in the United States, and they openly discussed how it's necessary to kill more Ukrainians, how it's necessary to take some goods from their houses, how to rape Ukrainian women. Can you imagine? It's openly discussed. If you come to Ukraine to kill, world, it's not open for you.
Do you think that the Russian people will continue to support Putin and his war as time drags on and losses mount?
The level of support is very high. And the sanctions policy, it's a very successful way and very effective way.
This week, China called for a ceasefire and peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. The Chinese Foreign Ministry issued a 12-point proposal in regards to ending this war. What are your team's thoughts on this?
It's a good signal that China issue their position. China ready to be involved in this procedure. Ukraine Zelenskyy said that he is ready to talk, to meet with the Chinese leader. Why we are so skeptical and we are not accept this sometimes the signal which we are listening about some ceasefire, because Russia always used ceasefire to frozen the conflict and to be prepared for a new annexation, for new aggressions. We don't trust for this signal because we have the war beginning from 2014.
So as Russia becomes more isolated and leans on nations like Iran and China for support, what does your team think about this strengthening alliance?
What can be my attitude? Of course, bad. We, during long period of time, under attack of the Iranians' drones. These drones attacked the civilian infrastructure. These drones killed our people. Looking to the China, of course, it will be a big mistake, I think, if China will be involved and started to give the open support and the military support and the help to the Russia.
Some Americans were saying we should focus on issues within our own country rather than trying to solve the issues in Ukraine. So what would you say to those people that are not wanting to provide continued support?
First of all, thank you very much to American people, to American society, to the President Biden, to the both party in the Congress, for all the people who support Ukraine. It's incredible. We never forget about it. And I'm sure that our victory will be joint victory with America and other partners. I don't believe that the party of Ronald Reagan can be not support Ukrainian and support Russia and Iran. I don't believe in it. I'm sure that and Republicans and Democrats joined in the support of Ukraine. We are absolutely transparent. We are open. We are ready to answer to any questions because our unity, it's one of the most strongest elements of our future victory.
President Zelenskyy and the Ukrainian people have made clear their desire to not only join the EU, but also NATO. What are your team's thoughts on nations like Turkey and Hungary that continue to signal delays and hesitancy in regards to countries trying to join NATO?
It means that it's necessary to work with this country. It's necessary that all the members of NATO and all the members of European Union will be interested and feel their interest that Ukraine coming to the alliance and to the Union. Our membership in NATO is the most important elements of our security.
You said that this war would end when the last Russian soldier was out of Ukraine. Where do you see Ukraine in 1 year from now?
We need to win, and to win as soon as possible. Every day costs for us a life, because every day they attack our cities, our civilian infrastructure, and our goal and our dream that in 1 year we finish this war, we back our territories, and we will be concentrated for reconstruction, for recovery of our country. I'm very happy that now I can say, yes, we and United States, friends, we are strategic partners, not just for now, for many years.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mr. Yermak.